It's Zach Sang and the gang.
Have you watched any of my interviews recently?
Yeah, I watched the Biebs.
Yeah, they're pretty long. I get people to say, you know?
You can get me to say probably a lot of things.
I know.
Except for like all the names I used to have.
Except for your old names. So
Yeah. I have so many of them.
Okay, so here's the deal. I won't mention the names, but tell me, you distance yourself from everything you did in the past.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that on purpose?
I mean, I grew up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I still am in contact with a lot of people and stuff, but I went through like so many projects.
But yeah, but like you did kill. Like you guys, that's how we first met. We met 7.5 years ago. You came and you did the radio show.
Yeah.
And I've known you and your family ever since. How's your mom and your dad?
They rock. It's my mom's birthday today.
That's huge.
Happy birthday.
Is she still at the school in Brooklyn?
Mom. She is. They all voted.
Come on.
All the kids.
Come on.
It's like they're like huge JAX fans. I walk in and they freak out.
Okay, so you remember JAX. You know JAX from American Idol. You have a single out now called La La Land.
Yes.
I mean, they're pissed
I
about
wrote it
this.
about you.
You wrote it about American Idol, my friend.
I wrote it about Zach Sang.
Yeah,
I put it in the bio.
Yeah, maybe a little, like maybe some douchey inspirations of shit that I've said. But really, I mean, it's pretty real. It's pretty honest.
Yeah, it's not towards anything. I mean, it's kind of just reality TV in general, and LA and Hollywood in general. It was just a wake up call for me walking into that from where I'm from, and TV was a different world, I think, than music. And I've always been accustomed to music. I mean, they're both pretty harsh, but it was just a lot, and I feel like it was a time in my career that I needed like closure and to move on to the next chapter and to be honest with the fans of what place I was in when I wrote it. Because I said to myself, I was like, just put it all behind you, just start writing a new record and forget about it. And it's impossible, you know? Like, I went in my basement and like cried it out and laughed it out and was completely emotional, like went into a corner in this dark space in my studio and just didn't sleep, eat, bathe, come upstairs to the sunlight for like days. And I came up finally, I was like, I got it. I got like 2 records worth of music and I think I have the single. And it's nerve-wracking. Yeah. Like, it's scary to release that kind of thing, but it's honest.
It has to be because it's first of all, dope song. I love the message.
Thank you.
Everything is awesome with it.
Thank you.
But like, you run the risk of pissing executives off.
Isn't that what rock and roll is?
I guess so. I really do.
Definition of rock and roll.
Yeah, and I think it's like you don't ask permission, but you apologize later type scenario.
Yes, that's my motto.
Yeah, and that's not bad. I don't really hate that.
I mean, listen, I don't think there's anything wrong with being honest and putting your real heart into something, because that's art to me. And
yes.
I mean, I've always been honest in my songwriting. This is just the first time I had that kind of weight.
Of course. Yeah. And you had that the experience backing it, man. Like, you look back at American Idol, and just based on the song, like, one might hear it and be like, wow, this was a slightly traumatizing, really intense, pretty douche experience. But when you look back at it now from your position, do you believe those things, or do you see the good it's done? Like, do you appreciate it on any level?
Yeah, no, I don't want anyone to think that I'm ungrateful for the experience, because there's a whole different world in my head that's like, I would go back and do it in a heartbeat. Because I've literally met my best and only real friends that I have right now, like my family and I got to experience so much, and I kind of like grew up. I always thought that I was like in an adult world. Yeah. And I was forced to grow up a little faster my whole life. But then coming into Idol, it was just like so fast paced and so much happening. And it forces you to kind of grow really, really fast in 1 year. So, I mean, it was a crazy journey. And with every journey comes the positives and the negatives. But it was so good. I mean, like, I love everybody. I really do genuinely. I don't think I really knew what friends were until I experience something so intimate and something so crazy with these people. And
I kind of see that because I know you pretty well, right? Like, I think we can agree on that, right?
Totally.
I know your
we
family.
We had Froyo recently.
Yeah, dude. Like, but like even back in the
Umami
day,
burger.
dude, I used to come and see you perform like in the most random places in New Jersey. Like,
oh God.
your band brought me out to like everywhere and anywhere, and it filled my weekends.
He was there, man.
I always went.
Zach was there.
It was
a party.
Dude. It really was. It was always a party.
It was a party. My dad was like lugging around equipment all the time.
It didn't matter if there was like 50 people there, 100 people there. At Nassau Coliseum, there was a ton of people there. It didn't matter. I was there and I loved it.
Were you there that day?
Of course.
Did you meet the Biebs with me?
I didn't meet Justin Bieber that day.
That's the day I met Justin.
But I know, that was the day you met Justin Bieber. I know that was a big deal. Like
I saw Nick Jonas yesterday.
That's pretty cool. Where'd you see him?
Am I allowed to say that? Oh, I don't know.
You could say it.
I mean, I think it was Hugo's. It was one of the restaurants.
That's cool.
He was casually out when I was like talking on the phone outside with my manager over something. And then like as he walks out, I'm like, Nick Jonas? And she's like, what? On the phone. She's like, excuse, is that code for something? I'm like, no, literally, I got Nick Jonas is right there, like in front of my face. And I was like, hey, Nick, we met a million times. I don't think you remember, but.
But hi.
Hi, big fan. Bye. Yeah.
But like, dude, you would have appreciated this thing. It was called Popcon, and what they did was they did all these amazing, like really cool pop teen acts, and they put them together for like an all-day festival, and they took over Nassau Coliseum in Long Island.
I'm surprised I never went or like heard of it.
It was only one time.
It was crazy.
Oh, it was only one time.
It was 20,000 people.
And
like,
Sean Kingston was
never
supposed
showed.
He never showed up, or he got there late.
No, he was a no-show, right?
I heard like he didn't come for sound check. Okay, so Sean Kingston's supposed to perform at this thing.
He's like headlining.
Yeah.
It was before while Sean Kingston was like bigger than anything, bigger than Bieber.
Yeah.
You know.
I think him and Justin had a song out at that time.
Oh yeah.
And
oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Crazy. And Sean Kingston's supposed to be headlining this thing, and he's supposed to get there. He doesn't show up for sound check, so he has some guy who like mimics him, who will get on the mic and grunt like Sean Kingston's lyrics and be like, "What? Burn it up the dance floor. Okay."
What?
And test it and run around for lighting. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
I was like, Sean Kingston, is that you?
And it wasn't.
Wow.
No.
It was like this very skinny, lanky man. And then he either didn't show up or he got there late.
I remember.
And they didn't allow him to perform. Like, it was over because you only have the venue for a certain amount of time, and it's a union place. And if you run over, it's going to cost you a boatload of money. Sorry,
Exactly.
bro.
I mean, it was crazy.
That's nutty.
We were all like, because this is huge. That's an arena. It's
It
like,
was big.
I mean, well,
It was cool because it was like a cool like crop of like big national artists, but also like big local artists.
Local, you know, like that kind of thing.
It was cool.
It was cool. So, and then you don't understand, like, I mean, you probably do because you're Jersey, but like the Long Island scene is like it's like a cult.
Yeah.
Like it's a huge aggressive fan base that just like is into
Insane.
boy bands and all that kind of thing.
I totally remember growing up and having those like, you know, there's like all those local bands that only people in New Jersey
but
like
they
go crazy
they get
over.
following in Jersey too,
Yeah.
exactly. But I mean, it's just the kids in Jersey will follow you around to
Yes.
every show. And
Yeah.
Dude, Heather,
Nuts.
you can remember how many times did we have, like, we had 60 kids, 50 kids just shoved into our studio, all from like Long Island and New Jersey, coming out to see these bands.
Wait, that was us.
Yeah, it was like
There was Dunkin' Donuts and everything.
It was crazy. Like that whole scene was very cool. Like
I
it
don't
was
like.
really
I
nice.
don't think any other state has something like that.
No,
It's so
Well,
interesting.
Popcon was a whole stadium full of it.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was just like the legions, and maybe it was like our close proximity to New York City, matched with like the the upswing of like really great teen artists that were just on the rise,
And like bored people in the suburbs.
yeah,
Yes.
They're like, music!
we had nothing. They had nothing else to turn to, and it started to spread. And as the band started to get like better looking and just more appealing, it started to grow. It was really cool.
So I heard that was the day, I could be wrong, that Justin and Selena met.
I heard that too.
And my mom always never lets me live it down. She's like, you lost. You will forever be a loser.
My mom always does that to me, but with the Jonas Brothers.
You could have had him.
She's like, now that you're a lesbian, we'll never be in the Jonas family. I really let her down.
I'm just imagining
You ruined
her,
us.
like at the height of your fight, like that's her like insult.
She's not even like
never
mad
be
that
a
I'm
Jonas.
Yeah, she's not mad that I'm
Yeah,
gay.
I
She's
said
just
it.
mad that I can't marry a Jonas.
I love it.
Crazy.
You will never have Jonas babies.
Okay. So you came from a crazy scene. You've been doing music for a while. You go into American Idol. Obviously, it's ups and downs, positive, negatives all around, right? You walk
It's
out.
like the Hunger Games.
Literally. I mean, are you glad you didn't win?
I mean, there comes. I mean,
You should
I
be.
think everybody wanted to win at some point,
I
but
know.
I'm really in a great place right
But
now.
like, do you not think that like the winner of American Idol always fails? And no offense to Nick
So
Fradiani, no offense, he's a really nice guy. He sat in the studio twice. He is the sweetest human being. He is genuine. He's real.
He's the
I
best.
love talking to him, and I could do it for hours.
Yo,
I can't. No, I'm just kidding.
2 words.
You're
2
right.
words. Ruben stuttered.
That's what I'm saying. There's a stigma attached to the winner. And maybe it's the pressure, right, that's been put on idols in the past to win, and them falling short, because not everyone's going to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can win in the competition, but you're not necessarily going to win at life.
I think there was a lot of times where they were like, I mean, not even necessarily this season. I'm a huge Nick Ferradiani fan, but there's a lot of times where people are like, wait, how did they not win? And then all of a sudden, like, you're following Adam Lambert, you know, and like Catherine McPhee and that kind of thing. But yeah, no, I think that the show's been on for a long time, and that plays a part in it. There was always kind of like panic behind the scenes, like ratings. Oh my God. I'm like, guys, this is only natural. It's like 15 years.
Yeah,
like,
it's been a while.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, it has nothing to do with the people at that point. It's just been on really long, you know? It's a legendary show.
Do you think it needed to end this season?
I mean,
do you think it needed to end last season?
I did feel that way, but because I did feel like we had a really cool crop of people, and it could have been like a cool way to go out with a bang. I haven't watched this season. I'm sure it's super talented people, but yeah, no, I mean, I think it's totally, the time has come.
What do you think the problem is with the show?
Which one? What point? Behind the scene? Like, front of the scene, behind the scene? I don't know.
The fabric of the show. Like, when I watch it, and I love the judges. I love them all individually.
Yeah.
They are all, I mean, dude, I'm obsessed with this Jennifer Lopez.
She smells great.
Oh, I can imagine. I can, ooh. My nose imagination
She's
is
gorgeous.
just
It's
going
frustrating.
off the charts.
My nose imagination.
I've been watching her show on NBC with Ray Liotta. I'm obsessed.
Yeah,
it's like
it's
Made
cool.
in Manhattan every Thursday.
Yeah.
It's great.
She's a badass. I mean,
She's
always
amazing.
been. I mean, she's always been so cool. It's New York.
Ever touch her butt?
I never touched the butt. I never touched the butt. No, it's a good question. It was always there.
I know, you want to like squeeze her, give a little pinch.
Oh gosh, I don't think that's in the contract. I don't think I'm allowed to do that. There's like frat things.
Yeah. Dan, if you ever meet Jennifer Lopez, don't touch her butt.
I'm not going to, but it's probably going to be tempting if it's in my face.
I mean, listen, she has.
Right.
It's not like a camera thing. It's not an airbrush thing. She's exactly what you see in the magazine. She's
gorgeous.
She walks into a
She's
room.
hot,
It's like
yeah.
she has this like aura, and you're like, oh my God, J-Lo's here. Everyone just kind of stops.
I met her one time, and you know what I liked is that, you know, when you meet people and you say like, hi, I'm Jill. Hi, I'm Jennifer.
Yeah.
She just didn't say hi, I'm Jennifer, and I just said hi, I'm Jill. And I was like, that's such a boss move.
She knew.
Yeah.
She knows I
See,
know.
at least you introduce yourself. Like, I partied, like, I've been at parties with her, and like, I'll never.
Zach's like,
I won't say anything.
She starts crying.
No, it's been 2 or 3 times now, and I kind of just danced next to her. Keith was there too.
hey, did you touch the butt?
Oh wait, it was another Keith. Keith is now doubting my story, but I want to make it clear to you that I do attend parties without you. I know it's amazing, but my social life flourishes with or without you.
Zach, not only did you not dance at all,
at that
you weren't
party?
even on the dance floor, and then before she was doing her dancing, you left to go home
You weren't
and
even
poop.
there.
That was the party that I needed to leave and poo. Yes, but there's been other times.
We've
So
all
you
been
missed
there.
the J-Lo booty to go home and poop.
She understood.
It's okay.
I got to dance next to the J-Lo booty, and it's got
you
its
touch
own
it?
gravity. It's amazing.
It pulls you in.
No, she has like booty security, which is crazy. So there's like a guy that stands near it, and you look at it, and he's like, no.
Dude,
stay
she
away
has her
from
own
that.
bodyguard for it. She's the legendary body.
Booty
I
security.
mean, dude, she
Thank you,
started
Naked
an
Keith.
era of booty.
It's
like,
really amazing.
Yeah.
But I was talking about the judges. I don't know. I think that you need Simon Cowell there. You know, they're all too nice.
I always wanted to be ripped apart by Simon Cowell.
Yes!
Watching the show,
Yeah.
I want to be like, I want Simon to tell me I'm like bloody awful.
Yeah, and I need
Tell
someone
me
on-
that.
I'm bored.
And there needs to be someone on that panel who is freaking honest. They're too nice.
No, Harry was really technical and
Yeah.
super. I mean, I loved Harry. Harry actually was the only judge to come off of the show and come backstage, and he was like, "Yeah, I had no part in how they did that and how they cut you, or I had no idea that was what they did. That's horrible. And I think that you're an amazing artist, and I think that." I mean, you're so talented, and I mean, he
That's
just
cool.
kind of goes into. He's just such a real person.
Yeah.
And he made a point to kind of keep his distance from the contestants, because people always think like it's like The Voice when it's not. We don't really interact with the judges at all.
And never.
Yeah, they're not like our mentors. They try to stay completely. They don't want to be biased to anybody. So they were pretty fair. I mean, they just.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it did. I mean, at first we were like, why can't I talk to J-Lo? Why can't I touch her butt? No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah. At the end of it, once like you were gone or the show was over, that he like took down the wall. And
That's
just
pretty
went for
cool.
it. And he's like a great person.
So after they let you go, right?
Yes.
Does American Idol ever speak to you after that? Yes, for tour.
Yeah, we went on tour. Yeah.
But then after tour, they're just done with you.
I mean, I wrote a song about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I
That's
actually
true.
haven't spoken to. I actually spoke to like some of the producers. I have a lot of friends on the show. I mean,
Yeah.
some of the like guys who did the recordings and the
That's
music
cool.
end of it was like I was always tight with them because I grew up in music, so
Yeah.
that was always the best part, the studio. And they were like, I love it, with that kind of thing. Like,
That's cool.
I mean, they appreciate music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they also, I'm sure they appreciate the meaning. Like they see it for what it's worth, you know?
There are some dark artists in like Hollywood that just want to hear the truth, and I think that's like a lot of people. Since
Yeah.
everything is so bright, sometimes people, even if it's like it's a bright pop song, but at the same time, people kind of crave,
Yeah.
I think, honesty. And that's why I thought it was going to be like 60-40 or 50-50, like negative positive. I expected to stir up like some major controversy,
Yes.
and like I don't really feel like I did. I feel like everyone was like, yeah, obviously.
They knew it.
Yeah, people were like, I knew it. They like write it on YouTube. They're like,
Yeah.
I knew it. It's not.
I mean,
Yeah.
It became-
Everything I'd always wanted to see.
it had to become clear eventually, right?
Yeah.
And you said like they've been doing 15 seasons. You know what I mean? Like you can only keep it up for so
It's not
long.
just this show. It's
all of them.
all of Hollywood.
Yeah.
It was new for me, I think.
So you look at 2016 right now.
Yeah.
You're coming off the single. You're coming off of Idol.
Yeah.
Nerves going into this year. Like,
Yeah.
what are you looking for? What do you want to accomplish? What's on your agenda?
I mean, I'm recording a buttload of music. I've been
Cool.
in the studio nonstop. My tan's like totally fake. I haven't been outside much. And yeah, no, I've just been working on like, I feel like I really am so happy and I have a lot of creative freedom because this is the first time I've really been a free agent. And
Yeah.
I'm talking to a lot of people right now and there's
Cool.
a lot of huge opportunities and it's just a matter of what path I decide to take. And that's nerve wracking because there's so many doors now. It's just what do I walk through, you know?
Hell
Good
yeah.
place to be in.
Not
I
too
agree.
bad.
It's just always scary. It's always been scary.
Yeah.
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 But you've done this before.
Yeah, sign, drops, up, down, shows,
yes.
no shows, bands, no bands. You know, it's like the whole thing.
What are you doing differently now than you didn't do before? Are you consulting new people?
Yeah, well, yeah, my words have more weight now, and
Yeah.
I walk outside and people notice who I am now. It's like it's a different ball game when you have
Yeah.
that national platform,
Of course.
and that kind of exposure. It's not like I'm some random girl from Jersey anymore.
Yeah.
Now I have like a base.
And
So
you're hitting it at the right time.
thank
know?
you. I hope so.
The aftershock is still in your favor right now.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't always want to be I think that the song La La Land was my closure moving on past that connection. I mean,
Yeah.
like, and obviously I'm going to come from that, but I've also come from a lot of other things before the show, you know, that
Exactly.
people don't know about. So I think I want to move on to just JAX, here I am.
Do you want the
I'm
people to
awkward.
know about before Idol?
I mean, it's all over the internet probably. I've been in so many projects, like all kinds of bands and
Yeah.
solo careers of different artist developers and like the whole thing, record deals, everything. I mean, you could probably find it online.
Yeah.
I was crazy. I had like this crazy hair.
I remember I remember the last phase before JAX became this.
Was I wearing like,
Very scary.
yeah.
I was very frightened. I took my
So was my dad.
Yeah, like I was sitting there with your dad. I'm like,
I wore really short shorts and like
yeah.
very,
But
I
you
was too
sa-
young
You
on the
always
subway.
sounded incredible.
Thank
You know what I
you.
mean?
I was always comfortable with my sexuality and like being like open, and I never understood. I was always like, Dad, you're stunting my artistry. And I'm like, now I look back and I'm like, oh God, my dad let me on the subway looking like that. He's
Yeah.
a great, very liberal father right now. Like, I can't believe that. I was such an ass. I can't even, oh God. I really can't. I was like wearing minimal clothing. It was bad. I was going through that like,
I remember that.
I want to be like cherry bomb.
Yes.
Yeah. God. Oh God. Now I'm just like I'm cold.
Yeah.
I need more clothes.
A good point.
It's sweater season.
Okay. La La Land, JAX. It's a single now.
Yeah.
Writing a ton of music. Album, EP, I'm sure on the horizon.
Yep. This year is the year of music. I'm sure that'll be an EP.
Do you want to get signed? Do you want to do it on your own? What are you looking at?
I mean, it's nice that I have this creative room right now, but we're talking to some people.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it depends. Depends on what route I decide to take. So
Hell yeah, dude.
yeah.
Well, good vibes to you, my friend.
Yeah.
Positive vibes.
Thanks, Zach.
Successful vibes. All of them
The vibes.
Did you feel that?
Yeah, I did.
being
felt
sent
the
to you,
energy.
your dad, your mom, your brother.
I'm sure they're gonna watch this and be like, Zach.
I
They were
love
so
the fam.
hyped. I called them today. I was like, I'm going over to Zach. My dad's like, stop.
I mean, come
Tell him
on.
I said hi.
It's really been years.
My parents love you.
Yeah,
they want us to get married.
I love them. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
I even the people around you, your world, your other friends. But you're right. The other thing I was going to touch upon was, you having Idol and the kids around you. That really was like, that was your kind of high school, middle school
Thank you for
experience.
understanding
I
that,
get it.
Zach.
Well, I know where you come from, so
Thank you.
yeah.
I never went to school, people.
No.
I have a very
Really?
I have a crappy immune system, like, because I was never around kids. I was always around like 40-year-old men, like people in the studio and executive people. So
You were like Bubble Boy?
I was the boy in the plastic bubble. Wait, you took like the John Travolta
Yeah.
movie? Oh my god.
No, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah. I was like, that
That's
too.
a classic.
Yeah, no, I was always like, I mean, I never went to high school, and it was nice to have kids around, but it's like kind of ideal, like the ideal high school, because they're all like in the same boat as you are. They all want the same thing.
Same passion.
I mean, same stress.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah. How are they doing? Like, do you obviously talk to all of them?
Yeah, I'm the closest with. I mean, I have a couple of best friends that really very close. I'm the closest with the top 5 probably, and since we went on tour and went through that whole thing together. But yeah, I talk to everyone.
Which one of them do you think is going to be the most famous?
Daniel Levy. I love Daniel.
I might be with you on that.
I love Daniel. No, he's, oh my God, he has all the little girls like, ah.
Yeah.
Most famous. God, I don't know. Everyone's so talented.
Who's
It's
going to be
hard
the most
say.
successful? You got to be.
They're
Can't
all
just
like
be
entrepreneurs.
talented.
I know Nick is like I mean, he's a businessman. Like we always bonded over that because we were always like, we've been in music before.
He was in a different band scene
he was
too in
grinding
Connecticut.
too. He was grinding too. So we like totally bonded over that. And then there's Clark, who's like unreal. He's like such an insane musician that he could pretty much do anything, And if he's like super competitive and awesome, and he's a great person.
Oh yeah.
Tiana is like this little prodigy. Rayvon is probably the best singer I know. So it's just hard to say. I mean, everybody was so talented and unique in their own way, and that was the best part of our season, I think, is the artistry. So
We end on a high.
hi.
We've talked about a lot.
Yeah.
JAX, American Idol, no more. La La Land, here to stay.
No more.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Thanks for hanging out, dude.
Zach, you rock.
Peace and love.
Is this right? Is that it? No? Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Take off some clothes, girls.
5 articles
This
of
one's
clothing.
5 already? All right.